Si o que me vai tu a dia na sira mamenu te agosamu con waga rara ne qui yo ganti a plo a dia na sira kadu Sabu kushundu sazo mega ye blanco kwadi so kawaga kama mapanyo ngokoziza Bagum ya botlana ye to dogin zikewe Tokeino sugu kuwa koe resi Ao mamem Budokeino sugu Leru mana we ya we so resi kewe Tokeino sugu kuwa koe resi Ao Tokeino sugu Tuma o Gone Nyera no yo kagoda boa Mawe koya mohite wangore toke waro kongwe keidu Mawe soye sikawe tu Yekwe mote wanu wagaragara mui Nuso eikasu Boplaki ya mui Nyoba wakamao Hawe soye sikawe Hawa nasu wa yetu daugu Maone wabili wagu Zo sira wabili Wakasuwa Mawe nyoko nyoko mao Sugu koe resi Amenu Hani akaklo siere bagu Som Yeti Maluo Soko Si o que me vai tu a dia na sira mamenu te agosamu con waga rara ne qui yo ganti a plo a dia na sira kadu Sabu kushundu sazo mega ye blanco kwadi so kawaga kama mapanyo ngokoziza Bagum ya botlana ye to dogin zikewe Tokeino sugu kuwa koe resi Ao mamem Budokeino sugu Leru mana we ya we so resi kewe Tokeino sugu kuwa koe resi Ao Tokeino sugu Tuma o Gone Nyera no yo kagoda boa Mawe koya mohite wangore toke waro kongwe keidu Mawe soye sikawe watu Yekwe mote wanu wagaragara mui Nuso eikasu Boplaki ya mui Nyoba wakamao Hawe soye sikawe Hawa nasu wa yetu daugu Maone wabili wagu Zo sira wabili Wakasuwa Mawe nyoko nyoko mao Sugu koe resi Amenu Hani akaklo siere bagu Som Yeti Maluo Soko Futa kuna gonza sasa Ingo mume na zawagu Hapa kayo tetu netone Maka wakori netoke Bonga gbebo atene Mage ya mae Sawe wapia ya wasore Tumagasi Maugana kala mui Laki ya mui Yama wakama Ama nura yetu Si o que me sira mamenu. There goes some. Gonna walk a rare. Nekwe yo hanti a blow. How dear gonna see a cartoon. Sabo Gusumbo, Sazo Mega, ye blanco guadi, so eh, Kawaka Kama, Mapayo, no consider. Bagum Yabotlana, yet a dog against the cover, okay, the Sugu to a boy, and see how my man would okay, the Sugu. No matter where you were so this cover, okay, the Sugu to a boy, and see how okay, the Sugu. Tomorrow. Nyera no I woke up boy. My way call ya more it one would took a one to come back to you. My way so yes to go where I do. Yakwe mote wanu agara me muso e kaso bo black ya me nyaba wakamao. I was saying to go I want to see why you took the my never believe I good. Go sit up in there for a good. I will not come over. You should go ahead and see how many. How do I not see it ever good? Some yet. Maluo, no bon ça il go me na zabagu apaka yute tu me tone maka wa kori de take bon be bo atene mage ye ma se we wa pie ye so re tu magasi ma u kala mi black ya mi ya ma wa kama ana no re ye tu
Let me start all over. I said, my people, you're good evening, you're welcome, I thank you all to come here, because they want your partner. That's small thing tonight. That BB thing will on here tonight. I tell you, thank you. What I want you to do for me tonight, those of you who do not understand the Liberian language, please excuse me. What I want you to do for me tonight, the people who not listening to me and the people who watching me say with their eyeball, you're going to know how to do it on your Facebook, You're go on your Facebook and you click to share. That all I want you to do. You just share. You just share the thing here tonight. Got an small thing here. God is great. That my people, your good evening. Your good evening. All of your watching, I say thank you. You come. You come to the show, LPR show, where the liberal will be here. So wonderful, wonderful thing to have you here again tonight. I want to thank all of you for sharing your evening with us. So wonderful thing. You know, one thing we do notice, because we know you have better thing to do, but yet still you want to share your time with us. And why are we not going to be grateful for that? I said thank you. Sister, join me tonight. Oh. I try. I'm since I want to stay out of the Eura business, my man. Yeah, I tire. I tire. I was supposed to invite you. You're not president, my man. Yeah, you were here. We talk. I was supposed to invite you instead. The man can dance. Oh, I got video. I got video. The man was dancing. But anyhow, I want to thank all of you again tonight for tuning in. It's a very interesting time to be in. Uh, Again, to just sad situation happened yesterday before I go to prayer here. 31-year-old, old enough to be my son, was killed yesterday. And this guy, about 2 months ago, the same thing he did at that university, went to San Francisco State, and my daughter was one of the organized to protest against him, but no violence, no violence. But here he is, he's dead. What is it that he's doing? Something. What can that man say about me that would change me? You know, if all of us believe who we are, we know our position. Why would anybody say something to change us? And to the family of that young man, we express our sympathy. It's very sad. I'm a liberal, but I will not preach violence against anybody. You have your conservative idea, bring it on. Let's talk about it. If you can win the day, if you win people over, so be it. Why would I want to hurt you? I will express my. Why would somebody want to hurt me for expressing myself? That's a very sad situation yesterday, and it just not a good thing at all. As a liberal, my heart was very cool last night. Yesterday, I called my daughter, and she said, "I know," and she was very sad. You know, she protested against it, but there's no reason for violence. You express yourself and let the people be the judge. Now he has no more voice. Another critical voice from the other side is gone. What make you think that because you silent that person that your voice will not be heard effectively? No, because the guy speak, you speak, and the people make judgment. But you silent, you speak, and you want people to come and judge? Ah, yeah. Actually, good evening as well. And this is just sad, man. It's just sad. But anyway, let's move on. We express our sympathy to the family, and we'll ask God to take complete control because this is not a good thing, even though He spilled a lot of junk. But that's no reason. You're not God. You do not decide who stay on earth. It is not your position. I'm a liberal. Look at my name here, the liberal. But that doesn't mean that you have to take somebody. If I don't agree with you based on your ideology or whatever you have in you, myself, I got my own test. After the prayer, I will tell you one story. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again tonight. We want to offer a specific prayer tonight for Charlie Kirk and his family. My Lord, whatever it is, you make that judgment. Who he is, what it is to you, your connection, you make that judgment. But I ask, my Lord, that the family who was left behind, the kids who are left behind, the wife who is left behind, please come in, cool their heart. It's a difficult time for the family. And we pray that indeed, once again, you will do your job, which you always have done. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for that. And to the family of Charlie Kirk, we pray in our prayer and in our spirit that you will be healed. Whatever he is, that would be with him and his God. My Lord, will come before you again tonight and ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed. With our heavy heart tonight on Charlie Kirk, we will still pray for our country. We pray that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. We pray that the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Baka, be blessed. that indeed his life will be extended by you. We pray that every day we have the opportunity, because you brought President Bakai to us. You gave him the opportunity to lead us, guide his hands, bless his hand, give him wisdom to do what is good for our people. Yes, my Lord. Thank you for that. Thank you for listening to our prayer. Thank you. Thank you for everything. My Lord, we ask again that those brothers and sisters who are unable to be with us tonight, for whatever reason, step in, guide the process. We want to thank you for them. We want to thank you for the opportunity that you give us. We want to thank you for everything, the life you're giving us. We ask you for our life itself to be extended as well, because you have the power to do so. Those of us who believe in you have no shame to proclaim you as the Father in this public manner. Without your light, we see nothing, even if our eyes are open. But with your light, we see everything. You show us the way we follow. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership in our lives. Thank you. Thank you for your forgiveness in our lives. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Oh, yes, Jesus, we thank you. We thank you. Once again, we ask that the family of this young man will find solace in you. Guide them. Bless them. Guide the little children. Whatever he is tonight, if you're there with him, be so. We ask that the United States of America, the host country, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, folks. So I tired tonight. Now not too much about time. I'm here for too much about time. Tired tonight, man. But why I'm always tired now? So liberals supposed to be tired? I'm a liberal. What do you mean by tired? I'm tired. I'm fooling y'all. I'm sleeping already. You know, life is funny. So, some 30, 35 years or so ago, 40 years maybe, I was living in Ohio. From Ohio to Sacramento, from Ohio to Philadelphia is 6 hours. So when I want to go to Philadelphia for the weekend, I don't go to Philadelphia. Why would I want to drive in a day? For what reason? What reason? Only when I'm coming back from Philadelphia, I drive in a day. But when I'm going, I leave at 6 p.m. 6 hours later, I should be in Philadelphia. The music backing. So when I got to Philadelphia, I meet my cousin Oliver, my brother Oliver, everybody. The late Edwin Paul would all meet and start laughing. Honorable Jelaniano, everybody, Santali, everybody, they will be waiting. We all meet and start laughing. No sleep. I'll be there because that Grand Association waiting my corner. I'll get there Friday evening, Saturday no sleep, Sunday no sleep, Monday morning I'm coming back. Honestly, yo, I'm driving, put the window down, the wind blowing me, take off my shirt. 40 years ago, if I do it now, people accident will happen on the road, on the highway. They look at my stomach, they will have accident straight. They look at my stomach, they will have accident straight. But those days, man, it was Woo! Football was there. Where is stomach coming from? Eh? I was in school. So we went for the exercise, something. The woman was telling me, I said, when will you know when you're fat? Look at me asking that question those days. I asked the question. I said, when will you know when you're fat? She said, you pinch on your side here. And if you feel anything more than just quarter of an inch, then you're fat. They stand at 2 feet again. They stand on my side. That 2 feet I can feel. That 1 inch. Oh, forgot 1 inch. That no. But the point is, years later, quite lately, I decided to test that again when I went to Ohio recently. So I said, I'm going to Philadelphia, but I will leave very early in the afternoon. Let's see if I can still do that. I started driving. By 9 o'clock at night, I was sleeping. I brought the window down, still sleeping. I took out the water. I drank cold water, still sleeping. Ah, what kind of sleep is this? What's wrong with me? And I slept before getting on the road. That age. The kind of thing. Says they were not experiencing now. Says he probably drive from Philadelphia. I mean, from there all the way to Philadelphia, no sleep. But 15, 20, 30 years from now, says it was here. You ever? So now, we're ready to leave from Canton to Philadelphia at least 6 o'clock in the morning. What is sunshine? That's life. Just gonna tell you the story. But anyway, this is again, folks. Welcome, Samson, to already again tonight for Tabata. We're here going to be talking some serious business tonight. I want to thank all of you that joined me tonight. Thank you very much. You know, those days also, right? So when I was playing football, I used to say, okay, this guy. There was a guy, one guy, big guy, white guy. Huh? So the thing was, they call him Jake. So we went to practice. He played for the other team. But when we go to Akron University, we practice together, everybody. So for some reason, Jake wanted to be rough. So he and myself started being rough with each other. I step on a boot, from boot, and put my shoulder on him. At the same time, I lift up my foot, Jake flying over. A big guy. He got vexed. He said, you would damage me. So I went back to Canton. Game time Sunday, when I came back to Akron, they said, the story all over there. The team made everybody say, Jake said he would deal with you today. So I went to him. I said, what happened here? He said, let's get on the field. I don't have time to argue. Let's get on the field and we'll see. I said, okay. We went on the field. I remember this like yesterday. So I told everybody, oh my God, I was supposed to play number 9. I was supposed to be in front. But before I got to number 9, I used to be in a bike. Because I come from, I don't call it coconut plantation. I come from coconut plantation. The way I used to practice, that you would do something to me over there, coconut plantation. No grass. The people come in with sharpening their football boot, the iron stuff. They sharpen it. When I come from the field, all my feet all bloody. That you in Akron would do something to me. I said, watch them, man. So I told everybody, I said, I'm going to buy. He said, well, you play? I said, no, let somebody else take the front. Because Jake played number 9. So I went in the bike. I stuck on Jake. Everywhere he goes, I'm there. So there was just one ball that came to Jake. And Jake is very good, very good. So what he used to do when you're behind him, he will feel you to see where you go, where you are behind him. You know, he will not let you be on the side. So as soon as you get on the side, he go and put you behind him. And if you're not smart, if you're pushing too much, the ref will give you a card. They will call foul on you. So you just have to play with it. So he put me in the bike. The ball came. So what Jay wanted to do, chest the ball in the air, so you're giving 32. I said, look at the other timeline here. The ball even read my 4 pass between Jake's leg. I tapped the ball in the air. By the time Jake and myself went up, we come back, Jay, I brought here. God, you think what you would do to me? That me and Nigeria people playing in Rhode Island. They do nothing to me. That one, when we were playing in Rhode Island, the game I'm talking about, it open for boom down. We call it boom down those days. That way they will eat back. Boom down. No referee. To the ref, no ref. That boom down. And you do it, nothing happened to me. That you what you might call do something to me. You go all over the place looking for blow over. Look at the idiot. I didn't want you were playing. Everybody you think that you able to do anything to me. So after that, I went to him. He was on the sideline. I said, look at my foot. You see the feet I got? They're big, Jake. You can't break it. They're too big for you. And for true, my legs are big. I said, they're big, you can't break them. Jay was vexed. After that, Jay myself, but I believe up to now he got scared because when we met again somewhere, they used to have a league called Cleveland League. Cleveland League made out of semi-professional people who used to play real football back home, and they come to so they form a league. But it was a very tough league. You can't fight, but it was very tough. And I come from coconut plantation, my people fighting part. That's why I do want to football field. When I got to football, I put gun in my mouth. So not even get there chewing. How you a chew going get there, my people? So when we finish, I played 2 games with Cleveland League, then the professional team in Canton. One of the man, it was owned by the Greek guy. They wanted me to play, but I wanted to go to school, and you can't go to school and play the kind of thing. You got to practice. But anyway, so that's it. That's it. So my son here, he play football too, but total no football pa that boom down those days, kick and rest. I got no football boo, but I kick the ball, I spread my legs. Samson to. After they call me River Bear, there's a river in River G. It go up sometimes, it come down. It doesn't have no specific place according to the rule. I haven't seen it, but they say sometimes in the data it go uphill. What you not see water go uphill? It go up there. Another time it comes down to my knee. I wish. Sometimes I can be sitting and I say, that me got children now too, my people. So the first time I went back after the war, I went back home. I was sitting down talking. Some old little kid, Samson, say, yeah. He said, you remember me? I said, yeah, I know the face. He said, you can still cost me. My older son and them young man, everybody was saying, I said, yeah, I beg you. If I do it before, I beg you, forgive me anytime. I beg you. I started apologizing. The kind of problem I did, the kind of issue I did in total, it was not easy. It was not easy. So when I looked around, I got my son, the one that in the army, he think he's talking about gorilla. I look at him and say, what kind of man there? But that's life. That's life. Okay, folks, that's about me. Let's start the show. Welcome. I really want to say thanks to all of you. It's a wonderful. Jean Paul watching. I went to a town. Jean Paul, as your uncle Willie Brand, what I can do to him? Oh, Fernandia. The way when you see Willie Brand asking, say you know something to. That no reason I say that because I saw the man myself will go to Africa, possibly because he from Longtown, from Total, but my mom from Longtown. So I don't for his business, for Willie business, I refused to leave Longtown until they took Willie. My goodness! So some of the things kids go through. They took Willie from Longtown, took him all the way to how do you call it? What's this place? The rubber farm, Firestone. They kind of cry in Browntown. After that, I said I will not go to Browntown again for a very long time. I refused to go to Browntown. Okay? Give me a minute. What happened to my stuff? That business. So, but anyway, so William myself will go to Browntown. Go to Bassabee in Ivory Coast. So the Ivorian, the kids, they're bad. But when they see us, they call Liberia, Liberia. Then they want to fight. Well, they can't fight. But more he got. When you finish putting your money children, then they want to fight. And they say, but there's something here. You'll say anything. Whole day, something fighting. What they say now? We will not fight. You know, he said, but I don't fight. After you finish talking to people, then would they put your hand like this? But who would touch Willie now and Samson around? Yeah, you fool to do that. Even Basobi, I control the children there. You fool. Until one kid from Mao, he from Mao, they kid king. He said he got blow medicine. So I said, but you ever mean your blow medicine? This young man went some kind of big old stump. He punched the stump, tear it apart. So in my other mind, I said, why did the boy hit you? You would die. But then I told myself, I've been leading these people in Bible for all these years. If I show fear right now, if I show that I'm afraid of this kid, my time over. So you must say went around. I decided I'm not gonna do blow. I rushed him, I put him over here, I gave him my side. He was on the ground. Well, I blow man, I see you were crying. Samson too. Ah, they may see I saw your man. Think say he old like that, he got problem. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. But anyhow. sometimes, sometimes when I'm driving long distance, I think about my life when I'm growing up. And say, what kind of business is this? If my son were to do that kind of thing, you must say you got problem. What kind of business is it? A whole day you're just fighting. Whole day in my town. Eh? A stranger comes, that was our crowd now. They come with his parent. You have to come to knock to the riverbed door and say, good evening. Samson told I say, hi, I'm here. You don't do that. The children then they see you. Because in the night, all the girls and boys then they go play. So you come outside, you stranger, you talk to me. They say, Robert, the man come, he ain't even say hi to you. What? And the older people, you know how they're gonna do it? They go and say, oh, they show their hand like this, yeah. So they tell the man, knock my hand. So when he knocked the hand, he come to me and said, Samson told. You Samson told in total. This stranger come and bust your mom pot. What the pot in your hand? They go and take the man hair or take my hair and put on the man hair. They say, oh, the man carry your hair back to Africa. You would take my total hair. Well, they had nothing of that fighting. Life is good. We just thank God. We just thank God for everything, my people. We just thank God, all these years. But I don't do that anymore. I got my own children. I don't even want my son to fight. I don't want him getting any kind of fighting. No, no. Talk with your mouth. I don't want any of my children, any of my relatives to get into no fighting. No, I did plenty of that. But anyhow, let's move on. So, oh, my daughter Vera is watching me. Let me start my tawata now. Talk plenty. Good evening, folks. Again, Samson told La Public. Let's talk a little bit here. So, the issue about Liberia for me is a little bit tough. We have 14 plus year war. Mm? So after the war, where are the kids that used to, I want to post, I got plenty of war pictures here. Plenty. I got over almost 5,000. I used to do those days. Because the journalists used to take pictures of the war. So I just take the picture of them, save them, save them, save them. Since 2000, I started saving the pictures since 2000. No, since actually 2000 when the rebel used to come to attack Charleston when they were coming closer. I used to take pictures. I used to take the pictures, clip them. Let me just show you one of them. I'm just showing you as a way of telling you that I do have pictures. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be showing them. Okay. All right. Where are we? Okay. Okay. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. So the point that I'm trying to make here tonight is, where are these kids now? Where are these kids? They used to be little. They used to be young, 12, 13, 14 years old. Where are they now? Where are these kids now? Give me a moment here. Oh, it's over there. Okay, LPR. Okay. War cry, war cry. Okay, right here. Okay. So I will show you this one here. If any of you remember this picture, if any of you remember this picture, watch this picture. You see this picture? This little girl with the red, according to the story, she used to have her own battalion or detachment, whatever they are. So she used, and this girl with a gun, she used to be one of the bodyguard. But this one in red, this one in red. I took this picture back in when they took the picture. I saved it. I believe it was 2003 or 2000. Yeah, 2003. No, not 2003. 2003 when they did that when the people were coming over. I used to have a picture when you remember when they were jumping off the bridge to go and people died. They were swimming. I have all that picture. Let me share that another one. Let me share another one. Okay, you tell me. Okay, let me share this one here. Let me share this one. Okay, which one? Which one? Hey, I don't want to show the other one a little bit graphic, but I want to share this one. I want to share this one. Okay, let me share this one. See this here? This is Unimo K. That's how far back I go. Okay, you see that one, right? Let me show you one more, then I will stop sharing the pictures so that I can start talking. Okay. Uh, this picture that I'm about to show you, I have lots of them. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Let me show you this girl here, the red, the one with the red beret I showed you earlier. Let me show you her again. You see right here. You see right here. You see her. She had her own battle. You see that woman running. She had her own group. She didn't kill anybody here, but she was feared. People used to be afraid of her. Okay, let me share it. Let me show this. My last one I want to share. Okay, my last one I want to share here. Okay, so. Uh, this picture here. Where is that picture? Okay. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Let me give me a minute. I have a bunch of them here, but I want to share this. I think it's this one. No. Okay. Watch this. Do you guys remember this one? This young man here when the people grab his gun. Any of you remember this? They wanted to take the gun from this young man here, this guy, this kid. They grabbed his gun and he was telling them, let go of my gun. And the cameraman was taking picture, a bunch of picture of this. Let me go and show this last one, the one I want to show. Because it was very sad. I followed that. I followed that all the way throughout. Uh, I followed that particular the picture I'm getting ready to show you. I followed that. Okay. Okay. Where is that one? It's in a pickup. I think it's this one. Okay. I think it is. It's not quite that. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So these are the little kids. So they were leaving from Tottenham Boulevard, and the car had an accident, and one of them sadly died. But his brother, was in the car, and it was bad for them. It was bad. Okay. But let me remove this. But I'm just showing you these things to ask a question. All of them didn't die. Not all of them died. So where are they? Where are they today? Are they roaming the street of Monrovia? Where are they? Where are they? They're all grown up. For example, this kid here, this was biking, I believe, 2000 or 2000, I believe, or 2000 or 2001. Okay, so this kid here over there, he looks like he was 12 years old. Okay, so another 12 to 25, he's about 30 some more years old now. So where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And the reason I'm asking the question is this. and I will share this with you. This I'm gonna also share with you tonight. Okay. The reason I'm asking this question is this. There's a story out here. This guy here. Okay, let me go. Let me see here. One. Okay. All right. So this is it. Okay. All right. So let me share this here, folks. I'm asking this question because of reason. Let me share this one. Okay. Okay. So you can see this, right? All right. Let me go back here. This story here. This guy here. This guy was found guilty. Okay. Court found Bill Jala guilty of murder, attempted murder, and aggravated assault. He beat his wife, killed his wife, and he was beating his sister, almost killed his sister. So how old was this kid during the war? Most likely 11, 12 years old. And if you go deep into him, why would he do these kinds of stuff? Why? Okay? That is the question. How many of these people we have walking around in Monrovia with no treatment? Okay. So let's go back here. Okay, here's the other story I want you to look at. See the other story? They said AFL soldier allegedly brutalized by roll call and civilian talks at Palm Spring community in Carisburg. Victim hospitalized. Nation demand justice. So this army kid here, the people beat him up. They beat him up. Okay? And the person who beat him up, right here, he's a police, he's a how do you call it, ERU officer. He ERU officer put people together to beat the army man up until they hospitalize him. How old is this man that is in the army, that is in the police? How old was he at during the war? These are all allegations. But if these allegations are true, what happened? Why do we have to face these kinds of stuff? I want you to go on Front Page Africa and read these stories. Okay? Go and read these stories. Let me bring in Rescue 2 here. Rescue 2, thank you for joining me tonight. Go on Front Page Africa, folks, and read these stories. The picture that I just showed you here, those are wartime story. What happened? Where are these kids now? Are they okay? Or the entire half of the population of the Republic of Liberia is not well? And we're going around, we got Prince Moy then talking money, somebody taking money and doing X, Y, and Z. We got people talking, all they talk about money. And they are not seeking the wealth, the health, welfare of this country. You think we're going, people, especially most of you that are young, you think you're just going to go on without your fellow Liberian being healed? Let me show you this picture again. You think this kid here, the one they're taking the pic, look at the amount of people with gun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where are they now? All even including the people in the bike there. Where are they? You think what happened here? You think the people they were not involved in the shooting? They have no trauma whatsoever. But because you got people who are in charge of the Republic of Liberia to actually invest into these young people, some of them they sit down, they let it go. They're not bothering anybody. But it's just a matter of time. Why would a police officer bring people to brutalize their army men and send him in the hospital? Even if you have an argument with him. Let me show you the other one. Where is this girl? Where are these girls? And her story is unique. She told us her story, how she was raped and things like that. And she decided, okay, the best way I will join and fight. And she formed her own group. And they became a very fear group. Let's look at her. Yeah, her, yeah. And the reason here, she believed these people are stealing from the poor people. And she wanted to know where they were taking these bags of food. You see her here with a gun? This is Liberia. So where is she now? Is she okay now? Can she be? Is she fully integrated into the society, ready to move? How much would it take for you to trigger something in her? She have no fear. She told us that she have no fear. I don't know her name. I feel forgetting her name. I feel forgetting her name. I feel forgetting her name. But this is her picture here. What's about this group? This one, as you can see here, Alhaji Kumar, I believe, and these are Unibo K. So what? These are our own brothers. They're all Liberians. Where are they now? Where are they? The war finished. Everybody going back on the farm. Do you truly believe that? Do you truly believe that? And this is where I'm going tonight. Terry, let's hear from you. My question is, with these kinds of issues that, like I always say, Jesus living in Monrovia, God live in Liberia. Where are these people? All of these people are traumatized, many of them, but they have not gone out to seek any kinds of medical attention. But our brothers and sisters that are in charge because they was elected. What brought this on is pretty to it. What I saw of him explaining how the house not going to audit themselves. They got $4 million $40 million missing and what have you. And yet still, majority of the young people in Liberia are still going through a thing. Sometimes when I go home, I sit down in total. I don't drink, but I like to go and sit around these young people when they're drinking their palm wine. And they tell, "Big brother, let me tell you the story." And they will start telling me war story. And they will start telling me some of the kids who are my little brother, about the same age group, how they died and what they did and everything. Sometimes you hear this story and you're thinking, what's going on here? And Total is not unique. This is all over Liberia. But we expect that our brothers and sisters will just easily disappear. Why these people continue to fight over money? They send it challenging the House of Representatives to do an audit. Prince Moui coming on getting mad that why you calling a name for? He didn't do anything. He just a waste of mean chairman. And the Senate going to audit themselves. The House of Representatives need to audit themselves. In the meantime, go to Banga. I was in Banga for the Liberian Engineer Society program. Go to Banga when the people ready to fight over motorbike business. When they're ready to fight over lane, you took my lane, you cut me off. Something easily that you can discuss. It can turn to a chaos. What happened? Terry, let's hear from you on this one.
Well, Libra, that is a serious issue, but connecting it actually to, what Prince Moise said is far from the reality. Why? Because there are people don't just go to war. War is something that come about after a long period of time. It's something that builds up, for before people go to war. And war is financed by a lot of war are financed by a lot of people, not only people who live in the country, but outsiders. Like in the case of Liberia, our war was sponsored because international people wanted to get certain job accomplished, even though Liberians partook into it. And also we got to understand the factors leading to the war was
Terry, you're taking me into the rabbit hole that I wasn't even intending to go. You can't excuse it. Where are these people now? That's what I
well,
like. I
yeah,
want
I
you to
agree
speculate.
that
I want you to speculate on
these
that.
people are in the
Are many of these people, are they not in the
but
national security apparatus now?
I bet some of them are, but they have been there for over 20 years, and there are many other things that have been happening in the country, and none of these things occur. You know, I agree that we are on our own now for we can say for the past 7 or 8 years, because the 12 years of Madam Shirley, there were unmeal on the ground. One can say that. So you have a point. But what I'm saying is there are factors that lead to war. So if we would base our judgment of war occurring or war coming to the country because
No,
of,
that's not what I'm suggesting.
yeah, I
My
understand, but
suggestion is, where are these people? Are
they
these
are in
people
Liberia.
fully healed? Are
Some
these
of
people fully healed? Do you believe that they are fully healed
No,
in their mind?
I don't believe that people, even in the great United States of America, there are vets here that fought the war,
And
that
they
went to Iraq and things. There
right.
is no
But
therapy that can heal some of them.
no. I agree with you. That's fine. But the opportunity is there. The
Yes,
opportunity, VA has the opportunity for these people to go and seek therapy.
right.
Do we have that in Liberia?
We don't
Okay, so
because
you cannot, but then don't bring it here. Let's talk about over there, Terry. You can't
yeah,
say the
what
great United States. I'm not saying that they are giving therapy and they are not being healed. That's not my point. They don't even want to treat them.
liver,
Here in the United States, the people are being treated. And some of them refuse treatment. But the opportunity is there for those who want treatment to get it. Look at this young man picture that I just showed you that killed his girlfriend and
but
almost killed his own sister.
the killing aspect in the country, labor have been going on even before the war. People
I
kill people.
understand that. I'm not blaming the war on but my point here is this. My point here is this. These brothers and sisters that I just showed you here, the picture that I just showed you, some of them was involved into the killing in war killing, which is for me. I mean, people have to like the girl I just showed you. Her story was that she was raped. Her mom was killed. Her father was killed, and the only way she thought she would survive is to join. But then she decided when she joined, she was going to have her own group, and her group was fierce by many people because they don't take nonsense. I mean, the picture I just showed you. Look at them. Look at that group. Look at this group. Do they look at somebody you fool around with? And these are people that just came to Monrovia at that time, coming from the bush. Because let me show you another picture, Terry. I mean, this it's not about to say the people they did this and did that. No, it's not about that. Here is the stuff that brought them back to. I hope you remember this picture. I hope you remember this picture. Do you remember this picture, Terry?
Hmm.
This is right on the bridge when the rebel was shaking hands with child stealer fighters, agreeing to put on the arms and cross the bridge. That scene there. On this particular day when they did the handshaking, you remember people were trying to cross the bridge and people were jumping off of the bridge and people got
Yeah,
drowned. You remember that?
yeah.
This was the same day. I got that picture as well. But I'm just showing I'm showing this thing not so much to bring back. My point is, why these people are fighting over money. Who's gonna get what? They don't have anything set aside. I mean, you know, the young people, they have no job. You heard what Amar Conan wrote
Yeah.
against Kafua? Terror is deeper than that. Amar Conan, when he was here in Sacramento, you know the story he told me? We went, you know, because when he got here, there was the group, the community wanted to introduce him to engineering group to do business in Liberia, what have you. So I was part of the group that was with him. But we went to his former teacher house. So we went in the backyard, and man had a gazebo over there. So we went there, and he was telling me, he said, Mr. Toll, Liberia and Liberians need healing. That time he was finance minister. He said, when I was growing up in my town, there was an old man. He used to be the devil. But when the old man, we all knew the old man, when he coming towards you, you don't pass on his right hand side. Everybody veer toward his left. Because you dare not pass on the left hand side, I mean on the right hand side. You got to believe when you do that, Maggie Warren will eat you up right away. He said after the wars, Mr. Toll, when I went, I saw the men people passing on the right hand side. I was confused. I was confused. So a minister like that will remember those kinds of stuff. What happened in Liberia? And our leaders are not really looking into it. It will come back to hurt us. Because many of the people that are 35 to 40-year-old now, they were 12, 13, 11, 12, 13 years old, then 15, 16, then. And they have never gotten treatment. The only treatment they have was they're paying them to drop their gun and they get their money, and you have the man who follow the Lebanese girl, the PPR, whatever his name is, I'm forgetting his name, that was in charge, and he left woman business and went behind the Liberian Lebanese woman business. They put fire in. He the one was cutting the gun then. Oh, we're destroying the arms. The corruption, not just Liberia. The corruption is all over. These people go over there to do corrupt behavior. They never treated our kids. The point that I'm making, Terry, I'm not saying that the war, that the war caused, no. But you will agree with me, here in the United States, the country you want to compare with, and that's why I took it out of your mouth quick before we get you on tonight. The country you want to compare, they have the opportunity. You come from war. Even when you come from war, sir, the mere fact that you're in the army, the VA, the Veteran Hospital, they will allow you as a veteran to go in for therapy if you need it. The opportunity is there. They don't have it in Liberia. They have a stealing club in Liberia.
My point, I was not comparing Liberia to America. What I was saying was that people who go to war, their trauma is not an easy one. And I made reference to vets that are in America who have all the facility and even go through trauma experiences here with classes and things. Some of them don't even still get healed. So what more about people in Liberia? That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, but you can't say that. That's what I'm saying. Don't say that. Because you don't have that opportunity in Liberia to even compare with. There's no comparison.
I'm not comparing.
Okay. Well, no,
I'm not comparing. What I'm saying is this.
There are some people who have trauma. No matter how much you try to treat them, you can't heal them. That's your basic.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, they don't even try that in Liberia. How will you make that conclusion then? You haven't even done any of it. So how will you say
I said some. I didn't say
but not even some. You haven't even tried anything. So you can't. That's what I'm saying. Don't even compare it. Let's treat them first, and if they fail, then we say we try. I don't expect everybody to get healed.
I agree that is a concern, but we have to also take into consideration the challenges that the government face too.
The government stealing, Terry. They're not challenging business. Terry, please. Yes, the thing at the place, Unity Party people, Of course, they must say we don't get along now. But this is what we're going to really, really break. Babu will break color. The money they're taking out of Musa Berete then, I told you the day before yesterday that will break or make Unity Party stronger. Because if that money, Musa Berete money you're taking, Musa Berete, every penny you take, Musa Berete will follow that penny to the bank. And Musa Berete will make sure that penny you spend it the way you say you want to spend it. If you misuse it, for example, you say you're spending a penny for roll, but you take that penny, you say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to get another penny. So the penny here, I'm going to put it on something else. Musa Berete will make the noise. So, Terry, what I'm saying here on a very serious note, we have leadership who themselves, one way or the other, were involved in the war. So they themselves, all of us are still traumatized.
Right.
How can I go to Liberia, go to Town, and I'm walking in the area where my brother Robert and myself used to play, and I start thinking about it, and think about how you were killed by Prince Johnson. You know what that does to me for that few seconds or whatever time? It disturbs you. And I'm not unique. All over Liberia. And we have our leaders. They are not even talking to the people. They have not come out to make a statement to say we know the war was bad in this country. But we're doing our best. We will address it. They don't make that kind of statement. The only time you hear Liberian politicians being very truthful and be sympathetic to Liberian problem when they're running campaign. After the campaign, they don't even care for you again. And this is what I'm. This is what I'm.
You got a point, bro. That should be considered into the budget, but it have to take people who understand what it means. Like what you're trying to say, I get it. That the country needs at least some kind of a opportunity. But again, like I said, if we had a vibrant private sector, the private sector will have substitute in many areas to help governments thrive. But unfortunately, we're running on autopilot or we're running on one for giant. The government is everything in the country. And you cannot survive in a country like that. You see? So as a result, we claim we came from war, but there was no money. Ellie didn't create a money or a budget package to take care of traumatized veterans or people from the war that were traumatized. Right now, we have not even done the work and economic crime code yet to pay for for people to pay for the punishment they did to other people. That alone is traumatic. There are people who lost their family relative. It changed their whole life, their whole mindset. There were people who were raped during the war. They still being victimized from all of those trauma. We don't have any system from the government that is structured to take care of those kind of traumatic patients. Then we have the people you're talking about now, those who fought the war, also are there. Nobody is taking care of them because monies have not been budgeted for that particular group of people, because probably the government do not have the capacity to do that because they know it's not going to work. The people even struggling to fight drugs, they're giving $1 million or 900,000 to pay for operational. Then we're talking about opening a station for to help people, the Lutheran church something. So what I'm saying,
how will the Clarence is here? He got children now, but he still remember his wife being pregnant.
But that's what I'm saying.
How do you heal that? How do you heal that?
You see
now, Terry. My point here is this, and I'm not blaming any one government. Our leaders.
That is very, very heartbreaking.
Of course, this is bad.
That is very, very heartbreaking.
This is bad. How do you even, and here's the issue. Until he wrote this, we always call him Rescue 3 here.
Right.
He come out, we make fun, we laugh and think. You
That is
don't know.
something.
You don't know. But that's what this is the exact classic example. Until, but this clearing guy here now, if you take him back to Liberia and he sees like some sort of an issue, he said, I have to make sure that thing don't come back again. This is exactly, he starts seeing signs. This is exactly what happened to my people. This is how you get these things started. My point is this, Terry. We need somebody who will champion the cause of the old fighters.
But
And
Liberal, you
and and and, and, I, and I'm always saying this here. Prince Johnson. I'm not Prince Johnson killed my brother. So there's no, and Prince Johnson, I know Prince Johnson. And Prince Johnson, my brother, and all used to be in the barracks. He knew my brother very well. When my brother used to sing for Barrow, he knew all of that. They know who Raoto was. Raoto was not somebody to say, oh, we don't know who he is. They say, Aye Barrow, this is the mighty Barrow, be my champ. That he the one I'm talking about right now. So who in Liberia those days don't know him. Okay. But my argument have always been Prince Johnson didn't get up in the morning after eating heavy gigba. He said, oh, my people today park went to war. There was something that pushed him there. And this is what I've always blamed all of them. Explain why you get there. Why were you able to get to that position? What happened after? Most likely your mental stage have gone deep hill. So you do things. But how did we get there? And they don't want to explain. When they started the TRC stuff here, the King of Minnesota and everything, some Crown people went there to testify. You know what they were doing? And we used to tell to do, but you're not listening to us. So I don't know what else to tell you. All I can say is we try our best. You try your best. Have you know what you went there for? You go there and tell the people that war is bad. But there were many of us that were forced to defend our lives.
Liberal.
As somebody who is a Crown person. And the Gilpio can say the same thing. And any other Liberian can say the same thing because we were turning against each other.
Right.
But when we are truthful, we will heal, we'll try to heal ourselves. But when we lie to each other, we're not going to get it. The government, even this present government, when was the last time you heard the president having some sort of a serious conversation with the Liberian people about this problem we have? You know, the best time I thought that was the role you were taking when he went to bury Tower, when he started burying Doe there. I thought that was going to be the perfect time.
But that is the initiation, the beginning of the process.
But what did he say? What was the comment that was made those days?
There were comments. You didn't follow? Liberal, you see.
I follow all of them.
What we need to understand here, everybody knows the problem when it comes to rehab, when it comes to, healing, the healing process, the rehabilitation of our mind, the restoration. And we know it's not an easy process because you fought a war that was unnecessary and you killed thousands of people. Everybody did. We all are traumatized. We all. Let's forget about those who fought even. Those who fought have the biggest trauma. But Clarence David, you don't know what kind of trauma he had. You don't know the impact it had on him. All right. So we all, even me, I was 11 years old when I saw somebody shooting somebody. I used to walk in, we used to walk to go to town, but we used to pass in Sion Town and pass behind Sion Town there because the whole road was black. When Prince Johnson was over the island, I grew up in Logan Town. And we used to see dead body floating in the swamp because in the swamp we used to pass dead body. I was 11 years old then, seeing dead body with my grandfather floating on the water. So when you talk about traumatized, we are all traumatized. But how do we solve these problems? We solve these problems by people champion of starting, taking the first step. If we have Liberians that can take on private businesses, you got psychologists in, you got, people who are responsible to do these things. All right. to heal trauma, when they start taking on the venture to go to Liberia and open their own private business and start doing these things and advocating for the government to put money in the budget to start giving subsidies to these organizations or these people, definitely it will kick off. But it is a conversation that needs to be had.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not
Thank
saying,
you.
I'm not dismissing that this is not a conversation that needs to be had. But what I'm saying is the first steps begin with us. We Liberians can have people. Why are Liberians not taking advantage of the many opportunities that is in Liberia? And every time we want to blame the government is not doing it. That one made men that Dara did on now is taking care of how you call it, Zogos, when that's supposed to be a private business for a Liberian. You see, then we blame the senator when he starts stealing money, because that is not his job. That's not responsibility. Now we're saying maybe we'll say, okay, we want a senator then to champion this cause. Why we can do it? If the idea came to you, if God put the idea in you, that means He wants you to channel it, so you can channel it too. But we have to start putting boots on the ground to start making the advancement, to take the first step, and not just look for every little thing and put it on the government and say, oh yeah, the government is not implementing this, so that means that this is what's going to happen.
Terry, the problem that I have with whatever government is this. The government and many of the people in the government are quite aware of the problem in Liberia. They are not stranger to it. Okay. They are also quite aware that the government is limited. Okay. Now, Liberians, as you know, you're quite aware of this one, Terry. They are very patient people.
Yeah.
Okay. They will not say anything. They will not say anything until something happens. My problem is this. The conversation process on these issues, they don't exist.
I agree.
The president would, this is what I said that Mr. Soden can beat on me with Mount Esther then beating on me. President Baka cannot do everything by himself. He gives us, Liberians, the opportunity for that conversation. When he buried Doe and buried Toba, that conversation should have been extended. It should have been a weekly type or bi-weekly conversation. Engage. Take these people, the people who organize the burial process. They're now supposed to go from county to county and collect information and bring this information back to the headquarters. And when you go to this community, county to county, this community, they will suggest to you.
Yeah, but I don't know if the president have a reconciliatory structure.
I'm just making it up. Terry, don't come bring my neck. I try to bluff these people. My Esther, they come to me. My Esther, they come put their mom in. Don't bring my neck now, I beg you. Let's just pretend that the president have that. Okay. So, yeah, now you finish bringing my secret now. I got to pretend now. Yeah, Terry. Sometimes you can throw me under the bus too, my man. Yeah. But let me go on. So, on a very serious note, the burial process, there was those that were responsible to organize it. President Baka didn't organize it. He suggested it and it's okay. But there were people that were responsible. Now, these people, the hope that I was hoping, were now going to organize themselves and say, let's go from county to county, village to village, and see what happened. When you go to these villages and you say, you make campfire, because most of them ain't got no land, and then let's hear your war story. And you got people recording, tape recorder. And at the end, you ask a question. What do you think we need to do for you to be healed? Because most of the people, when they start talking, some of them will start crying. Because they are hurt. They are still hurt. You know how many of our people that left in the foreign country that died in Liberia? How many times when you were growing up, maybe you're too young, but when I was growing up, anybody you die from other place, in other place, Ghana, they will bring your body back to town. They don't want people's body to be left anywhere else. But the war, you know how many our relatives all over Liberia that their dead body left in Guinea, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and other places? Even here in the United States. There are some Liberians that die here. If they have the opportunity, they want to be able to die back in Liberia. These are
Yeah, but
all
I get it. I get it. But what my position, Liberal, is this: is that the conversation can be had. The president started the rehabilitation. I mean, the reconciliatory
so let me
process.
land on the rascal, then you can come back. Please give me the opportunity. Let me
Okay.
land on the rascal. And this is why when I say here, Terry, that if you have no respect for each other, they have no interest of moving the country forward. Only few.
Right.
Okay. So what stop these people now? When you go and do these things, you have a tape recorder with you, recording. Now you're doing 2 or 3 things together. You're also, let's say, will say you're keeping data, you're keeping information, history coming from town to town, and their history will be different from one town to another. They will start naming people who die. Was there not a suggestion here so that Liberia needs some sort of monument to put people? How do you get that? But you go back to the people and you say, what can we do so that you will be healed? Without us going to the hospital and the medical stuff you're suggesting. They themselves will tell you, suggest to you some of the things that you need to do that will bring unity. You know, there are some villages that are yet able to reconcile because people from that village come and attack this village during the war. Even though they got it from their village, some women married, some girl married to that village, people in that other town. The mess that are in that country, Terry, the mess that are in that country.
Yeah, Liberal,
The
but
day it
reconciliation
explodes.
is kind of different from the
Where is
due
the
process
reconciliation process? Where is it? Where are we with
yeah,
it?
reconciliation is different. Reconciliation is what now the president
Where
was
is
trying to
it
do.
now? Where is it? That's what I say now.
That's what
What color does
that,
it have?
well, this year program have
Uh-huh.
they accomplished something. They did
Okay.
something by
Okay.
doing
So,
it.
we're
They
gonna do every year.
also they also have the war and economic crime code in
That's
process
a
now.
different
Well,
issue.
yeah, I come
That
now.
one that looking that sort of greedy people running that one
Yeah,
there.
but you talk about reconciliation.
Yeah, but
Some people, reconciliation is pending upon the war and economic crime code. Some people they are hoping that this government or any that's why every politician, like you say, the politician know what's going on in the country. So every politician have to use that clause. What because they generally will ask them, what are you going to do about the war and economic crime code? Because the people know that it is a means to reconcile. And
okay.
reconciliation is different from healing somebody from a traumatic experience.
I
There is no reconciliation that can heal a person who have been
So
traumatized based on the war.
where is this your fixed order? Where are we with? Where
That's
is
what I'm
it?
saying.
It doesn't exist.
We are lacking behind because these are capital intensive.
But
That the
Terry,
government,
when you say something lacking, that means you start the process, but you're not going further. Where is the process?
I agree. We needed to initiate this conversation and keep it ongoing. But that's what I said. Do we know what are the president's plan for next year agenda or for the remaining of this year in regards to how he addresses the issue of the reconciliation process? Because he started a farm program.
Yes.
That program was beautiful.
Yes.
But is it ongoing? Is it stop? Is this the final stage? The last time I checked, the president said this is not. So we have to look at what will be the president agenda for next year because for this year,
this is what I disagree with you on. The president is the president of the Republic of Liberia. He's the captain of this team.
The conductor of the train.
The conductor of the train. The train got gas. The train moving. So the president, while we're moving from Grand Cape County, we're going all the way to Boyotown in Maryland.
But Musa Belete boss bone our train tire.
I know. No, but on a very serious note. So the president is conducting this. But then he said, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Liberian. They string on the way to Maryland. But when I
Babu
step,
with the back collar to neck Clarence. So
don't worry, don't worry. He said, "Well, but when we get to Banga, I want to stop and let's get some tea and let's
bread.
get some bread and break bread with our brothers and sisters in Banga." He said, "Okay." On our way, he said, "Okay, but you're trying to put a thing together so all the people you will be able to divide the bread like Jesus told the people to divide the bread." So President Waka tells certain people to divide the bread. They finish dividing the bread. We pass Banga now. You did not when Banga people can eat. What happened to what happened to the other places?
To the other
You
places, right?
waiting, the way you suggesting, you waiting until President Banga say, "Oh, it's time to eat again." Oh. This is where I disagree with you with. President Baka has started the process. This is what we always hoping because of the years of experience. We always hoping because of the age that these things will come out of him. We, the young people that are working with President Baka, if we're not greedy, if we are not in conflict with each other, if we don't have disrespect for each other, which many of them do, we will try to milk this experience from the president. The president already suggested, he started that. You, as a group, Mr. President, this is a good idea. You saw when it happened, you saw how much it was trending on social media. How many people, Liberian people, like it. Whether CDC, not CDC, everybody liked it. You would think these people would go on and say, "Mr. President, give us some more. We're willing.
Yeah.
Let's
So
do some more." They're not going to say that. You know
so
why?
so
You know what? They're waiting for Kafuan to say what money he got. Well, no money
but
inside. They're
Labor,
not going to do
that's how
anything.
government work. You see, Labor, what
Okay.
we need to understand is that the government is works from a holistic perspective. The government have different segment of priorities that they deal with at a certain given time because there are budget that need to be allocated for these specific events based upon the given time that have been allotted for that particular operation. So that program is done with for the year because the budget or the plan that was in the budget to be disbursed for that program have already been disbursed. So now we're waiting for what are the president's agenda for this reconciliation that he started in the next budget year. So that's what we got to understand. The government got priorities. There are many other things. Right now, the president cannot leave the streaming economy that is struggling with people complaining about the hardship to go focus on how he will talk to people to reconcile them. No. The event, the program was set for that purpose. Now the government priority is how they can drop the rate, how they can mitigate prices on the market, reduce prices so that people can be able to afford their daily needs, because the government is looking at the economy for now. The government is trying to see how best they can pass the MCC, the Millennium Challenge goal. The government is targeting other priorities that are very much important to the upliftment of the economy. So next year, budget year, they will have to allocate or need to allocate for money to be in the budget. Now, this is when like what you're doing, this is when we need to start having the conversation. We need to start putting forth, recommendations to the government that this is what you need to start engaging in the healing process from the traumatic, extent, and also from the reconciliatory extent. You need to divide these programs and make sure you have the right people that are able to engage these programs, because the country will not heal. And if there is no healing, there is no genuine security. So I'm not against what you're saying.
Whoa. We're speaking both sides of our mouth now. You're speaking both
I'm not
sides.
speaking. You didn't understand me from the beginning.
Okay.
I'm not speaking
So
from
now
both sides of my mouth.
that's the time that's the time you already gave me the on ramp. Let me get on now. So when you argue, Terry, that the government have priorities and many priorities, I agree with you. Indeed, the government has those kinds of problems. And I'm not saying the government should forsake one and put the other one on top. No. That's what make you a decision maker. Terry, you know that because you are a strong Christian and you are a pastor. Our spirit, it has a base from which it grows. It don't just come from there and grow. You grow from inside out. Okay. You're talking about the government has priority and they have millennium challenge and all that kind of good stuff. Terry, I'm sorry, back in the day, 78, 60, 70, you weren't even born. Those days, even as poor as Liberia were, there were certain people that were willing to work and farm, that were willing to make farm and feed people. People are not hungry the way they are now. You can bring millions of dollars in our country and say you want to share it to everybody else. Only few people gonna get it. That's how the system is set up. When you start hearing Prince Moe there arguing, that means Prince Moe not getting what he want. If Prince Moe getting what he want, he will not say nothing. Where was Prince Moe all the year? Musa Berete been getting all that money. Where was Prince Moe? Because most likely Musa Berete, enough is not sharing with you anymore. You'll go sue me. And they're coming after him now. Terry, look, the government, I'm not saying that they should make this their number one, no. But you have to yield in order for you to survive and move forward. Here's the thing here. Many of the people that really participated in the war, they're just becoming men. They're becoming early 40, mid 40s. Wait till they hit 60, 70, where they have no strength left. And many of the young people that are coming after them, they don't even remember the war. So you're going to have a gap, information deficit gap. These people that will be leading the government 20, 30 years from now, and these people who are too old now, but they were here, they will suffer more. Because people say, but what are we supporting these people for? And this is why I'm saying.
But that is why Labour, they need to start educating the young generation by giving them the full details of the war, teaching them our history, giving them a understanding of how we can continue to be learning, Wani Boto history when we got our own history. So that the next...
Wait. Why are you going to put a mouth on Barrow? For what reason? What reason?
I said Wani Boto. I said Barrow. I said Wani... So he played for Wani Boto that Barrow?
What? Terry, I say,
okay.
We in trouble, my people. Terry, you know Wani Boto that Barrow?
Well, I didn't know Wani Boto was a good player.
But
you know
he was
I didn't know he played for Barrow, but I didn't know that he was a very good player.
Yeah. Wow.
But Wani Boto time you were there?
Yeah, not really, but when I was growing up, I was in Town. I was growing up. But Wani Boto and Barrow, you don't know about that one there.
No,
I think it was Ghana Center were beating Barrow. And the man had broken his ribs a week or so.
Okay, I heard about that story, but
and he said he's going to go and play.
Wow.
And he got on the field. The next day he died. That one was told for Barrow. But anyway, let's move on. You know that one. Then we're in trouble. I always help over here.
But ain't that what we're talking? Give us the history.
But here's the thing, Terry.
You people are not used to make the fire, and we say that the children say that around the fire, and you're explaining the history to us, to the children.
I agree with you. I will try to contact Mama Musa again. So he will start the process, and I will start going around talking to the old people like me for us to come and have conversation. But this is what I keep saying here. Remember my show day before yesterday when I said the government, not just this government, the leaders, the older people need to bring in young people with them. Because when you bring the young people, you are connecting the past to the future. They will get the history from you, the past, and they will move on with the future.
Right.
Yes, the interesting thing here about those of us Liberian diaspora that are in America, there will come time that this whole group will leave the stage. And our children that are here, they are not connected. All they know they're from Liberia. Their parents from Liberia, but they are not connected. You take my son right now and take him just blindfold and say, let's get him Maria. Then he say, okay, let's go to Total. He won't even know which way to turn. You take him to Total and say, okay, let's go back to Maria. He won't even know which way to turn. That's how bad it is.
That's
And
true.
many people are getting older. So after our generation, then those of you that came and still young, your generation is still connected. But when your children are not connected and they are in majority, you think my children here when they get, you think they will say, oh, let me, my auntie in Liberia, they know who my auntie is, eh?
But liberal, this is what war does to people. This is why they seem trauma you're talking about. From what some of the things people saw back home, some of them here, their family, they're not gonna go back to carry their children in there. Take for example, look at the kind of thing we're talking about, the corruption, blah blah blah. Do you really think that you want your child to go to school in Liberia to go learn when there is no good
There's a there's a
educational system?
there's a minister that took his child back to Liberia to go to school, and yeah, so the child is back there in Liberia going to school, which is commendable. But you do those kind of stuff, it's just not conducive right now. Yeah, but let me put the number up. The number is 916-533-2048. Give us a call here this evening, and let's hear your side of the story. So Terry, thank you very much. I don't know what listen to my answer. Look at it, Mr. Two. Your son will just put total in the GPS. Now, uh, yeah, well, that's true too. Because if you put total onto Google Earth, it will take you straight to total. But Terry, let's move on while we're waiting for people to give us a call, guys. 916-533-2048. And Rescue One, your story is of course why it's not unique, but we still say because when I go on your page, on your Facebook, I see why you're so close to your children.
Yeah,
Rescue,
that kind of thing.
Rescue Three, and now I see why you're so close because every time you go on his page, you're seeing it with his children there. That's the reason. But my brother, some of us, we people, you sit down, you and your brother eat on the same table. They come and grab brother King. Why the spoon is still in your hand? Something people, other people have gone through, my brother. We're still here. We're still here. So we sympathize with you. But that's one of the reasons why we need for this country to be saved, for our brothers and sisters to go through the actual treatment.
Yeah,
There was a guy from Town, by the way. Him and his friend, and that's the Wall Street. I'll tell them when I go to place that they can be drinking their pound when I sit down by them. And the guy was telling this young man was telling me, he said he and his brother they got caught in Bombing Hill during the Crown and the Maningo fiasco in Bombing Hill. They got caught over there, and his brother told him. He said when they were in line and they were checking them, whether you're from Crown, the Crown Mail or something, they said, whenever they catch us, whatever they do, I will present myself. You go on the side, don't say anything. And he
hmm.
said he watched his brother being, killed before his eye. They all kind of thing to him before his
Hmm.
own eye. You know,
Wow.
how will you get that kinds of stuff out of that young man? And this is
But
a
that's
man
amazing.
that is in. Sooner or later, you'll be one of the other in town. When you finish
Liberal,
yelling at it,
think about how many Liberians were living before the war. The population of Liberia was about 2 million people, right? Then think
1.5,
about
1.5.
1.5. Think about how many people died. 250,000 to 300,000. So that means maybe out of every family or 5 or 10, maybe 1 or 2 persons die from them.
All over
That
the
is how it
country.
looking.
All over
So
the country. Nobody
people,
was spared.
people are affected. People are
Yes.
traumatized, you know. But this is not something. So that's why you see sometimes people are angry. So the anger stems from many sources. But
Guys, give us a call. It's Thursday afternoon. I'm not gonna be
summer,
here all night. I'm not
summer
gonna
is
keep rest
not.
you two here all night. Give us a call. We got about 5 more minutes. But I'm here from your
But
closing the thing. We're
yeah,
gonna be
but
all right.
I really wanted. I was thinking about the rate. I just saw. I was thinking about the economic
Okay, let's go
strategy
ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's
that
talk
the
about it.
government that the
Let's
government just installed. I was looking at front page, and front page they're writing all kind of tabata. I know they're looking for small thing from the government. They're talking about exploiting the weak system, and they complaining that citizens are saying that the rate dropped, but the prices of things are still high. So they are not feeling the impact of the rate, blah, blah, blah. So that our front page magazine is trying to post. They're saying whether if it's an artificial, you know, it's artificial, that the dropping of the rate is artificial, blah, blah, blah. You know, but what I believe is that when the rate drops like that, the prices of things will not just drop. The prices of things will remain because people got to buy. People buying their goods, they bought their goods before you drop the rate. So the person got to sell the goods for the price they bought it at. So the best thing for the citizen is if you buy in US dollar, then you will pay less. But if you buy in Liberty, you will have to pay more because the people who are selling most of our things that are imported into the country, you know, they are bought by US dollar. So the business people need US dollar more than they need Liberty because you are a country who depend on import to survive. You're not exporting anything. So once you import stuff, all your stuff that you importing, you got to use US dollar. So that is the reason why the rate is the rate is low, but the people are suffering. The people are still buying things at a higher price because the business people who are selling the commodity need the US dollar to pay for the goods outside of the country.
So you're telling me that a bank is not releasing the US dollar to the Liberian people.
No,
They're
the US
keeping it.
dollar, they're saying that no, the bank releasing the US dollar, but the US dollar is dropping because they're saying that the Liberty have gained value. The Liberty, the central bank governor said the Liberty is attracting more value because the Liberty is getting strong. So thereby the US is dropping. Instead of him saying that maybe the US is floating on the market more, that means they have pumped more US on the market so that the Liberty can drop. Thereby, they took Liberty from the market. The Liberty
Are
is
the
short
money are the money clean? Because one time I came back here with some money.
because the artificial.
The bank here refused to take the money from me. I mean, not the bank, but most of the places that I went to do business, 50 to 50
Yeah, the
now,
money in Liberia is
was
dirty.
so dirty
I
that I
thought
had to take it. I had to take it to the bank. And so the bank, they had to call people around, and say, yeah, that good money and what have you. They come from Liberia, yeah, but money in Liberia, they all know the U.S. embassy, whether they know the money are dirty. But go ahead, go ahead.
no, you see, as I'm not saying that the citizens are stupid. How many citizens you are listening to? You see the video going all over the place. The rest price now has dropped to $2,800 Liberty. On a job we are time, they were not happening like that. The rest price have
Oh,
dropped.
the boy can't,
The gas,
he can't. Now we're not gonna come to call him.
but I also left. She left for me to
You
talk
know, call Joe. We are
about
they come and call.
about the previous government. But what I want to say, Libra, is that this dropping of the rate, what never happened under previous administration. The rest price that we have now never happened under previous administration. The gas and all those things that is being strangulated, the prices have been strangulated by this government. The strategy they put it into place never happened under the previous government. So there is something that they're doing that the previous government was not doing. So even people say it's artificial, blah blah blah.
Can you tell us, speculate what are some of the things they're doing now the previous government that they weren't doing?
But they're all on it. The rest was
So how, what are the strategies that were in place? Hold on, let me take on Rescue 3.
Yeah.
Rescue 3, good evening. Thank you for joining us, my brother.
Hey, Rescue 1 and Rescue 2, how you doing?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the show tonight, Mr. Ko. You have a very important point that you have been discussing concerning trauma in our country. It's a very serious thing. And there was some time when we are on the show when you guys come out using Twitter remarks. What will you do there? Those that never really see what people went through when you are making that kind of statement, it can hurt someone up. There were many times when the guy on the show, you was making those kind of statement. I can always rebuke them. The thing that we saw, they are not a difficult to lose family member. In my 1991, I lose my older brother. I lose my cousin Ray 72nd. They were going on the call down and were executed in July. And in July, we used to sleep on Lutheran compound. My wife was here, 9 months pregnancy. At that time, I was not on medical team, not till they come. While we were hiding, and that night that incident took place, my older brother came from a salute street to the hall. In the morning, so we'll go down there, we'll find food to carry. At that food, we were living Satan. I left for Satan August 4, 1990. So you should know what we went through over there. And my wife was killed over there in a 9-month pregnancy with her father.
Wow.
Besides that, when the October war broke out again, the October war took out in the bush. Can you imagine you are going through that stuff? October war took out in the bush. We were displaying compound too. At that time, we begin to work with other medical people. When medicine center came open our clinic, I said that story one time on the show here. What we have went through 1994, something I talked about. Just a shock. Didn't mean we were carrying a goose, Bijana, because at that time, Ecoma, Bijana, St. John River area, there was a buffer zone between the NPF and the Ecoma. And I man step on Ecoma Mountain when they brought the man to the clinic at night. We met the man to transfer him to Banga because at that time the road was not open. And I mean, the next morning, the general that was controlling that place marched to the clinic and brought out me. One patient, everybody down there, was very fast. Can you imagine the normal display down there? And the general brought out me on the doorstep and executed on me, said the man was carrying information to the ECMO. So there are a lot of terrible things that we saw. There were many times when people say, oh, this year, and when anything happened, we'll get on. And those years, they were not happy, I continue to say, because many people were ignorant about the past. But people were thinking that the war that was coming in 1990 was only coming for a particular group, but now they're not going to affect every family, every tribe in our country. And besides, the same general identity, when World War III, we were 2003. He went back again in Basa in number 2, at that time, working permanently in the cleaner there. The pharmacy that was to that place called Joe Gakwi. When Unimo at that time, Unimo in Bijana, when Unimo coming in that place, the pharmacy ran and went to going to Zandaka, but the former provisional area there. He called the pharmacy in Zatan. Mr. Tom, listen to that story. He called the pharmacy, said the pharmacy was in connection with the war. Model good that was coming from Bijana. He started to execute on it. Every adult that was in Ibadan, Zandaka, had ran away, even coming to Morocco. Everybody was standing looking. When we entered the town that morning, we were going to sell our medicine. When we entered the town that party was on the ground. They let Joy Gapi. I went to the general. I told you, I said, the man who are doing that is my trouble, man. I told you, I said, General Freeman, how can you do that kind of thing? If you execute them, you know how many Nibadians are living in Basa here? You know the revenge I will be on this thing here? I stood up to it. You call in number 2 today, Grand Basa people tell you this story I'm giving you. I said, this cannot happen in my present year. Until today, he told me, he said, okay, say you are saying this, he talking about anybody here, go and loosen me. I loosened my man today, but later, I think he died a year ago. And the point we are making today, Mr. Tito, concerning Musability will give you Musability. This thing, you get what I've said it one time. They should have kept it saying, oh, so because Musability, you know, government about to go after Musability. The thing from the Musability today, you got it brought you with. He's drinking about that thing from was invested about $15 million. And Musability, what he did, he secured the land. And when after the investor had invested their money in that thing farm, Musability took the people. And I can't personally serve as Supreme Court.
Musability now hijack your phone because we can hear you again.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, we can get you now.
Yes, so that kid is personally they are still waiting for the ruling like this. So if Musability, you know, every government account in, they will get into how can you only benefit from the country? We're talking about the entire country to benefit for individual. Don't pray and hope that they measure that the government put in place that when they get here, that there will be no babati inside that few people getting their money will go in their party. Okay. That will benefit the entire country. That's my hope.
Thank you.
And my last point I want to make tonight on the sector is concerning the CDC. CDC, in a sense, we don't hate these people. They are brother. CDC party as a whole, I'm not member of CDC. But the leadership of CDC, they are young people, especially the former president. But anybody that come from CDC or anybody that contains CDC, their government, they will come after that person. Listen to how the people, Senator Party here is getting a thought of the former minister, Zioga Wesley. Listen to how Jeru Zioga Wesley today. On the spot of all this Zioga Wesley, drop bucket. Talk to the man, get the son, talking to the little boy. And the man is giving you what? The man is giving you opinion, saying we know J when we come to another school. Something after Nigeria, if you know even you are being a government, you wear again, you never wear the way you get in it somewhere, and you are saying that the new government are there, they need to do it this way, they need to do it. Why say they don't all be getting disagreeing with them here to be able to drag it all on the social media? And the country, the sport improved today. We all will benefit. Look at the young African player that play in the European country. How many are Nigerian players playing there? And we wish to see many Nigerian play football, international football. Myself play soccer, but not reach to that level. That doesn't mean any young Nigerian are going down there today tomorrow. We should not support them. The former president was there. We all support. We love him for that. He brought our country to the map. But the idea that anybody does something, there few people out there get to talk down on that person. I don't think it's fair to us, Mr. Tito.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that we all be able to work on that the country will improve. Look at the ARA report tonight. For the same one, we're talking about government, just tax collector for the same one. Big Juppy, ARA insurance. When you go do your medical, they bring the paper. They get few people one day, they won't give me a receipt for them. Every 2 weeks, they can collect $300. You know when they comment, because they say they are dismissing them. For students, they take all the investigation, they are guilty. So this is not only up to the people that only talk, even the little men that done that too, we all have problem. Thank you for the show, Mr. Tito.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rescue 3. Thank you. Okay, Terry, we're going to get out of here early tonight. Let's hear your closing so we get out of here.
So, yeah, that is what it is. I think the rice price and the fuel or the gas prices that are being regulated in the right way, I think is going to help the economy because those commodities are political commodities, and there have been a syndicate in the country that have been running those things for many years. And until we can fix those things, we are not going anywhere. But then again, fixing those things are just temporary strategy. The government have temporary strategy. We have to move away from these temporary strategies that will not last to self-sufficient strategy. Because you can't say you are independent country, you can't feed yourself. How you say you're independent, but you can't feed your own self? Every day you run into your pa and ma hall for them to feed you. Then you say you're independent. You're not independent. So you independent, you gotta feed yourself. To the issue of Trump being, we need to set up a system. I think Liberians, we need private investment. Liberians, we are not the kind of people who can invest into the private sector. That is why most of the time our foreigners are more favored in the private sector than typical Liberian people, because most Liberian businesses do not survive more than 2 years in the private sector, because we don't, I don't know if the sense of entitlement, but we don't really invest into what is needed, and then we end up blaming the government. Right now, you look at most business people in Liberia won't be either president, or they won't be in the Senate, or they won't be representative. If I were Musa Ability, why am I getting myself involved with politics? Why am I even going into the house? Because the more you get involved into politics, the more you make things difficult for yourself, and the more you strangulate your business. Because once you have money and you are a businessman, people see politicians are afraid of you. They know that you can use your money to sway the minds of people. So they will create strategy to come after you. And that is why now he's gonna struggle. That is the same thing with Mr. Ure, Bernard Ure, and all of that. So all these people, this is what making Liberia to struggle. I think if you are a businessman, you want to go to Liberia to invest into something, go there, invest into something that will change the trajectory of the private sector. Like Mr. Cummings, I didn't even think why Mr. Cummings had to even get involved with politics now. Like the other guy they call Simon Freeman, who get a DSTV program. When you listen to his business plan and his business idea, his business strategy, they are all beautiful. But they feel that they cannot or thrive or change the trajectory of the country unless they go into politics, become president, become this, become that. All of those things will destroy the legacy you're trying to build over the years from changing the trajectory of the private sector. We do not have Liberians who are strictly business people changing the trajectory of the private sector. The area you're talking about right now, there is a huge opportunity to help people who are like what you're talking about now, people who are in a traumatic experience, like what Clarence saying. There are many people in Liberia, just by explaining the story to you, if you open a clinic or therapy, open that that trauma clinic therapy, like you see, look at Dr. Richardson. I'm surprised you're going into politics. you know, Go to Liberia, open a therapeutic or a center wherein people can come in and you talk to them. You help to heal them. Once people start seeing your business thriving in that area, other people in that same field will move to Liberia too. And then we can expand. Then the government will see the need, and then they can come in to provide opportunity to help our society. But there is a huge community in Liberia that need, to be de-traumatized from all of the things that they went through during the war. And I think it will help instead of us just only tying it to government and government alone. Thank you very much, Mr. Smith, Labor, for the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Taro. Appreciate it. As usual. Thank you very much. Let's see if Mr. So going to make it tomorrow. We can migrate to his show as well. But I would say thank you very much. Say good night to you, Terry. Thank you.
Good night, and good night to everybody.
Again, folks, Samson told Labropa Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight for tuning in to Labropa Radio. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have you here tonight. We talk about these things. They are difficult subject matters. They are very, very difficult subject matter. But we have to start somewhere, my people. We cannot go on and continue to believe that our brothers and sisters, whoever it is that we're dealing with, they're okay. You never know when they're going to snap. And God forbid, they snap on you. What then? So I want to thank all of you again. My Esther, thank you. Fatima, thank you very much. I seen a lot of you guys here tonight. writing. Joyce, thank you. Thank you very much. A lot of writing from you guys participating in the show tonight. We really, really appreciate all of you. Roosevelt, come on, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Uh, uh, Kroma Adula, thank you guys. Thanks for all of you. So many of you tonight. Willie, thank you. You would thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. So many I can't. Young, thank you, Mr. To, thank you very much. Marie Capet, thank you, appreciate it. Yancey, thank you very much. My own daughter Vera, thank you for joining us. We appreciate comfort. Give her a thank you very much. So anyway, let's go on. We say thanks to all of you. Mr. So will be on tomorrow, and we hope to have a wonderful show as well. If not, join us again Monday, and let's have fun and let's talk about our country. Most importantly, let's continue to pray for one another and make sure that we're all safe. And ask God for continuing blessing, and to the family of Charlie Kurt. We said again, God, speed. I know it's going to be difficult, especially with two kids. So we really, really feel because there's no reason for those kinds of things. I thought we let the thing back in the 70s, 60s. Just killing political personnel, personality like that. That was thing that happened in the 60s. Why is it happening now in 2025? My goodness, because you disagree with somebody's view. Again, I want to thank all of you. Please join us again either tomorrow or Monday, Sunday tomorrow or Sunday and Monday for sure in Jesus' name. Good night, folks. Samson to Labrador Public Radio. Good night.
Si o game vai tu adi anaro sira mamenu de agosamu kono waga rere ne kwi yo ganti aplo adi anaro sira kadu Sabu kushimbo, sazo mega ye blanco kwa di so e kawaka waka kama mapenyo ngokoziza Bagum ye botlana ye to dogins kewe to gain sugu kuwa boy si ao mamen budo gain sugu Loro mana we ye we so si kewe to gain sugu kuwa boy si ao to gain sugu Tomorrow Nyera no yo kagora boa Mawe koya mori te wan wore toke wan ro kon be ke Mawe so yesi gawe la ku Ye kwe mo te wanu agara gara mu muso e kaso mo black ya mu nyoba waka ma o Awe so yesi gawe Awa na so ye tu ga Ma ne wo bile agu Those get up in there for a good. I went up on your mouth. You go ahead and see. I mean, honey, I'm going to see it ever good. Some yet. Maluo. Futa kuna gonza sasa Ingo mume na zaragu Hapaka yute tumetone Maka wakori netake gonga gbebo atene Mage ya mae Sewe wapia ya wasore oye Tumagasi Maugana kala mwi Black ya mwi ya wawaka mwi Ana nere yetu Kubia. Honey, I don't tomorrow. I have a see you go to it. When you got to